Okay, hello, friends. It is Thursday. Thursday. What does Thursday mean? Thursday means we got some Planet Coaster to play. I'm a little stoked. I'm not gonna lie, because I really like where this build is going, and I can't wait to wrap it up nice and neatly. This is looking great. Also, had a couple of things come across my plate that I think we're gonna fiddle with here just a little bit. Let us communicate to the world we exist, as we always do. Nope, we want to, nope. That's what we want to do. We want to copy and paste. Copy and paste. We're going to finish this mat race. I've got like a tickle in my chest today. I don't know if I'm getting sick. We're going to communicate to the world we exist. A little bit of retro racer action going on. Bro Nation, we are advertising. They're probably like, this dude already posted today. I feel bad. Besides the fact that in my title, there were a ton of typos, but it's fine. It is fine. I fixed it. I went back and I fixed my work. All good in the hood. Hope you guys are doing well today. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really loving like this 50s aesthetic. We're going to play it up very minimally. I'm not trying to blow this one out, but it should be fun times for sure. Always a good time here. Planet Coaster Nation. Great group on Facebook if you're not a part of it already. Planet Coaster Nation. And the official Planet Coaster as well is another good one. Official gaming. And then obviously console play. We hang out with our console friends and family. We vibe with them. Okay. And then Nation, official gaming. Okay. And I think we are good to get to building. Alright, so first things first, before we do anything else here, I did want to address a couple of things that when I was editing this most recent video. If you haven't checked it out yet, we just put out a video of Western Wyatts. And one thing I need to address here is that in real life, Oscar's Wacky Taxi actually has a platform that runs right under the chain lift that sits right here. Hold on. Oscar's Wacky Taxi. Images. Give me images, brah. I need lift images. See? Here we are. And I don't even know how they... Oh, is that just the thumbnail? No, of course it's Coaster Studios. I don't want this. I just want the image. I just want the image. I don't want videos. Just images. Imogene. Here we are. Can I get away with this one? I think I can get away with this one. This is from Mark Coaster Dash, right? So check this out. There is this platform right here that I don't even know how they access that platform. It's got to be with a lift. For sure. And this is the chain return, which I thought was very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the chain return. So I don't think it's necessary. But I am going to put in the platform here, because I think the platform is important that we add that, right? And I think we're going to do it really easily, because we've got this western balcony. Is that not what it's called? Balcony. Yeah, we've got this thing, which I think it fits the part. Like that's what it looks like, right? So I think we can get away with using this piece. I just gotta make sure. Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups. Just gotta make sure it's equidistant. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab it from here. We're gonna line it up on the side of one of these, and we're going to flatten her out. Just line her up. Hello, Mio. Hope you're well. I know it's late for you there. You should get to bed. We will see you Saturday, I'm sure. I hope so anyway. Hello, Amir. How are you, my friend? I think we're going to add this right here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and I think we're going to line it up to the edge of this chain return. I think we'll do that. Let me see what it looks like on the other side. Because we're going to make it the same color as the wood, right? So let's do that. Let me figure this out. Let me get this. We're going to go wood. We're going to go here. It's like this grayish taupey color. And we're going to make this that same gray taupey color just so it lines up. It aligns, right? And I think this is great. Maybe if we don't have it cut through the wood, and then what we're going to do is we'll pull it back so that it lines up to the corner, just like that. And then let's come this way. I thought it was very interesting. When I was in the park today, I noticed it, and I was like, oh my goodness. Yes, I'm streaming at 12 o'clock on Saturday, if you want to join. And I think that'll work. That kind of just, again, it does what it needs to do. So this way, if maintenance has to get under here. I just find it interesting that the chain return... Oh, Jesus, Lord Almighty. The chain return on this coaster, look at how that's like set up. I find that very interesting. Is there like a chain running through it? Like, where do we see... We see the chain there. It must be like inside. So like the chain return, IRL, comes down and then it follows the same exact angle of descent. So just something that's interesting. But I found this very interesting when I was in the park today. And it's literally just hovering there. Have a good Easter, everyone. See you Saturday, Mio. But I found it very interesting that this is there. And I wanted to add it to this build. Because I think it just... Again, we're just getting that slight air of realism again. Like, look at that. It was just so random that I noticed it when I was in the park today. So that was cool to see. Excuse me. The other thing I wanted to tweak on really fast, I think it might be a bigger project, would be to build in our maintenance road that we were talking about building in. So I'm going to save that one. Yeah, my friends were there at Epic Universe. If you're following Coaster Studios, who I suggest you follow because they're good friends of mine and their content is amazing, yes, you will see they had early access. I would definitely suggest that for sure. So the other thing I was looking at was the access road. So I think we're going to save the access road for a little bit later, which I think will be fine. And then I think that was it. I don't think we need anything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I think all of this is fine. This all looks good. I need to cover this. I don't like this. This is weird. I don't know why it does this. Yes, there's a lot of Viking. There's the whole How to Train a Dragon area. I'm going to grab our hoarding. See, now I remember what it is. I'll never forget. Hoarding. Let's add our hoarding into this. I'm going to see if I can... That's a little bit too thick. I think that's about the size. Let's test the size. Let us test the size. And obviously it's going to have to be blue because we don't have a choice. But like, I feel like we can at least do something to mimic this kind of energy. I need to lower my headphones. The water people are so loud. Darn water people. We released a Western Wyatt today. I don't know if you guys saw it. Very stoked on that one. I was excited to get that live today to show off Nitro's coaster. Really great coaster, man. Let me tell you. All right, so I think this is about the same width. Is it the same height? Not really. That would be the same width and same height right there. So that's what we're going to go after. We're going to drop that there. Right? And I think... what we need to do now is we need to mimic these. Oh my god, look, it looks the part. It looks the part. All right, let's grab those. Nope. Can I, without issue, I can. Nope, don't want you. Nope, can I do this? And not that. Yeah, there we go. And that. Let's group those together. Okay, we're going to come here, edit group, all right, and then we're going to do our best. Let's see if this is at 25. It might be. See, 25, which is the smallest. See, these are smaller than 25, which I find very interesting. We're just going to mimic what's there. Just like that. All right, and I can do the rest by eye. And then what we need to do is we need to grab this top piece here. We're going to hit Control X. We're going to grab our hoarding. We're going to hit the flat piece. We're going to just try and mimic this flat piece down here. Shrinking that down. Just making sure we've got a good width to it. Yes, we do. And I think that's our little fence that we've done. All right, so let's exit out of that. No, didn't I group this? I thought I grouped this. Why is it? Oh, because I'm still in the group. Ah, my goodness. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Now, we're going to do our best just to cover up this edge here, because this is bothering me. I don't like that this edge exists like this. So we're just going to wing it and see what we can pull off. Let's grab these, not this. And we're going to say there's that. And then right there should be good, right? And we're going to come here. And then right there should be good. I'll do the same thing here. And right there should be good. Okay, cool. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll grab this. We'll pull this down. Grab this. We'll pull this down. Should be about there. I think we should just dupe you just a little bit more. Yep, there we go. And then we'll... Are these hovering? Are these not connected? Oh my god, look at that. Shucker. Let me see if I can just do that. There we go. And then... Okay. Alright, now let's see if we can match this color. That's a little bit too bright. That's a little bit too dark. Too light. It's about there, but a little less, right? Getting green. We'll say that. I'm going to say that. I don't want to fight it. That's fine. We'll say that piece of fence was just freshly painted. Right? Nice and clean. Now our mat racer looks like semi-complete. I wish we could change those rails. I guess we can't, though. Which is fine. Now, one thing we need to think about here is... Really, it's a couple things, right? So we've got this back of house area, which is fine. This will have to be, I guess, fenced off somehow. We don't want to do the 50s fence. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab... Because that 50s fence is very specific. I mean, it comes to shoulder height, which I think is fine. All right, I feel like if we leave all of this open and we just rock a fence this way and turn that into a... Let me see something. Yeah, no, we should do the resort fence. No, because now this is retro. It's kind of a retro vibe. So I'm thinking if we do planks, we've got those planks, right? We've got these. I feel like it'd be a fence like this, like one of these, right? Hold on. Hello. There we are. Right, if we take it, we use this sandy color again because it's like sun faded, right? That's the whole idea. Look, I'm getting the weird thing again. I don't know if it's my keyboard. Look, I have no issue here. I don't know if I'm getting like interference from something. For the receiver, I don't know what to do. It's wireless. All right, we're going to take this. We're going to drop this here. Alrighty, and then come a little bit higher. All right, we're going to say like here, right? So we're going to rock a fence of our own. Custom fencing, always exciting. Right, let's grab those. Oop. 1, 2, 3. NBC, great channel. Okay. right? And then we're going to grab our hoarding. Yeah, that's fine. Do this in the same like color, right? And now we're gonna come around and we're gonna do it on this side. I'm gonna make that jank fence somewhere down here. I don't know. That's fine. See, that's fine. Now we got fence. We've got fence energy. Let's expand, double to the edge, and then that's our fence energy right there, right? Now we can take that and we can, see, I'm going to need some overlap here. All right, give me this and this. Let's add to filter. No, sorry, let's turn it into a group. There we go. Overlap, overlap. All right, that's a nice solid looking fence, right? I think that matches, because that wood is very specific color. What color are you? Look at this color. Can we match the color? What do we think? Let's take a look. Let's see how this will look with the matched color. Too brown? Yeah, I like the faded. No, what if we reset? See, reset is too dark. This is a little too faded for me. Yeah, I think I want it more like that. The contrasting wood is fine. I think it's totally fine. Now, this wood fence, this is going to have to expand out this way. Of course that happened. Can I please and thank you? Why can't you just line up without issue? Alright, because if we run it to there, and then we take this whole moment, we're going to say, I'll bring you back like that. Because that's the edge of that. And we say that this runs to this corner. Turn off these snaps. And now we can play with that. What is this? Pathing. Haha! You can go to the corner. Right there. You will go there. You will go there. You will come in a hair right here. And then you will come in a hair, because I want that corner just like that, right? Now we're going to take this, and we will cut that down a bit. Just the edge. Oh, she was having fun. That was cute. All right, we can do that, and then we're going to just pull this whole thing out and line her up this way. Just like that. Clutch. Now, do we need... No, because this is going to be open grass over here. So that's great. Let's take a look at that. Nope, that one. Delete that. Perfect. Now we can just take this and we'll just do this. Nope. Slightly off, but it's fine. It's an easy tweak. All right, and then we still don't know what this building's going to look like just yet, but that's that. And then I think what we can do is we can easily just pull this and make our own little gate moment. All right, so let's do that. And whatever we do with this building, like, we'll figure it out. I'm not sure exactly what the answer will be. Is that the whole thing? Oh, it's a little bit too big. It's a little too big. I like that on that side. I don't like it on that side. What we can do is we can say that when we do build this building, we just, that's where the hinges live, right? That's how the door's attached. And that's our plank fence. And I think that'll work. It'll do what it needs to do. This is going to be a very basic building here. And the goal on this is going to be with like a quick 50s overlay. You know what I mean? It's not really going to be 50s, but it's going to have like a 50s overlay on it. The idea is that all of these restaurants are going to look the same, and then they're going to have their own overlays. So now the other thing we can think about is, right, because this is going to be, like, we could fence that. We'll fence this off. We're going to have to pull these in just a hair. Now that I'm looking at this. This whole section here, all this needs to go. And this, because that's where the turnaround needs to be. It needs to be there. Hello, Aviation Edits. How are you, friend? Hope you're doing well tonight. Today, this evening, right now. Let's do this. Can I... Okay, Mary. What's going on? No, I gotta delete more. Ugh. Gross. Okay. Okay, let's do this. And we're gonna... It's the only way to let me do it. Isn't that silly? And we're gonna have to repaint it all, obviously. Because life. Right? I wanted to cut it back because then we're gonna have to flatten all those edges out, which is going to be so much fun. Copy existing texture. What are we doing for the textures? What are we doing? What do we do? Because we did the concrete on the other side. What did we do here? We did the concrete also, right? Let's copy this texture. Girl. No, this one. Let's copy that texture. Copy existing texture. Thank you. And then we're just going to paint that on here. All this. Perf, right? Because again, it's this weird, like, concrete moment. Ooh. All right. And now the fun part. I'm sorry in advance. I am sorry in advance. Because this is always a... Ooh, that was very satisfying. Did you guys see that? Girl. That is satisfying. No. Wait, hold on. Can I pull this one down? I can. Ooh. Ooh, see it, but it does that though, and then it gets rid of the node. Like, I can't grab any of those nodes in there. Okay. What if I pull this node up? I can do that. Can I pull... See, now I can't pull these nodes at all. Okay. Adventures with Alex! I love Alex! He's a friend of mine as well. We met at Hershey Park. I want to say it was last year or the year before. He's a great guy. Awesome friend. Awesome, awesome, awesome person. Yeah, we spent the day at Hershey Park when he was traveling the United States. This would have been like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 summers ago. 2 summers ago, because last summer we did not know. Last summer I traveled. I didn't go to Hershey. Where did I go last summer? Last summer was Fiesta, Texas, for Roller Coaster Rodeo. That was a fantastic event. All right, there we go. Nice and clean. Nice and sharp. All right. Okay, we'll do that. Let's grab this. Remove this to the corner. Move the corner up and over. She's over. Right there. Right there. Move it over. Move it over. Let's get that clean edge. There we go. I wish he stopped at Tato Park during his European staycation because... Slaycation, yes, because they have the world's second Vekoma SCC, not SLC. Oh, yeah, that... Oh, my God. That coaster looks amazing. When Taylor and Sarah were there and they rode it, that was literally one of the first things that I brought up to them when I saw them. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, what do you mean? This thing is amazing. Yeah, if you're not following Coaster Studios, what are you doing? Oh, see, look, it's going to do this again. Ugh, I hate you. Can I... Hold on. We're gonna make it slightly... Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's fine. It'll fix itself. I mean, we'll be able to hide it. Fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's always fine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I rode Flash Vertical Velocity last weekend. I think that's what it's called. The one at Six Flags Great Adventure, the new one. And that was so smooth. Holy moly. Okay, can we not, please? Thanks. Let's not. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. There we go. Nope. See, again, it's just very slightly. You gotta be careful. It's gonna try and connect to the nearest node. There's gotta be a way to turn that off. Like, there's just, that's not fair. Fine, we'll have it slightly crooked. We'll do this. And we'll say it's just a part of the way, it's the way the company, the park built it. They built it crooked and broken. It's what they do. It's what they do very well. Can I have this node? Can I have a node somewhere, anywhere, please? Like, what is going on? Here we go. Nice and clean, nice and sharp. And I think we're gonna have to leave that as is. But this is fine otherwise. You know what I mean? I think it's nice and clean. Since Cedars Fair owns Six Flags now, what if we get King Ka 2? I would love for there to be a King Ka 2. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the next project is going to be very different from what we remember coming out of that park. To be honest with you. All right, so that's what that looks like. So now here's what we're going to have to do. So I'm going to have to run... We've got this fence, right? We're going to use this fence. This is going to be the back fence. It'll live here, right? And this will run as our don't die fencing here along this part of the... Right, we'll put some foliage there or something, right? But I feel like we can get a nice clean edge right there. Very cutie. And then... No. Do I have a shorter version? I don't think I do. A shorter length. But I don't think we've made one. So I'll have... Ooh, that is not what I'm looking for. All right. Okay... And then let's just line you up right there. Come on a little bit further. A little bit over. I think that should be great. And we'll just line that up to the corner and then cut off the edge. You hear me? I'm like, let's just cut off the edge. We should turn it into a door. That's what we should do. Some semblance of a door here. Or a gate. That's what we do need. We do need a gate. So I'm going to do this. Right, because the park needs a gate. We'll get rid of this one. I tried recreating Chupacabra in Planet Coaster 2, and it didn't go so well. Oh, no! Chupacabra from where? Fiesta, Texas? Right? That's just an opening there. So we'll leave that there, and we'll say that that's like... If the staff needs to get under there, that's like... Oh, that would make sense, though, because they would be able to do it from here. Yeah, they wouldn't do that. It would be... Hold on, let me edit this. We're going to attempt... Hold on. Can I get away? with the... No, I can't. Can I do these 3? I can do it this way. And these 2. 2 is a little bit much. I think it's fine if we do that and then just scooch over a little bit. No one's looking this closely. And if they're looking this closely, then... I mean, kudos to them, because I don't have the patience to look this closely at other people's builds. I'm kidding. Why am I going to look this closely at someone else's build? Do you know what I mean? Let's grab these. We're going to duplicate. We're going to run this all the way to the edge right there. All right, cool. So that's kind of like the energy I'm thinking just for that back wall. Because that back wall is extra. And then we're going to grab our trusty dusty busted up fence. Yeah, the theme parks are fun here, but I'll be honest with you. I salivate over the theme parks in Europe. And I'm honestly considering it. I really think I want to get a dual citizenship to Italy. I think it would just be fantastic to do that. You know what I mean? And then visit, if not move, to Italy. I think it would be fabulous. My grandmother is from Italy, So, like, I don't see why that would be such a bad thing. You know what I mean? I would love to move to Italy. I'll go work at any of the Merlin parks in Italy. I don't mind. Sono italiano e parlano italiano molto bene. That I just said I speak Italian very well. very, very good. Not very well. Very good. Molto bene. We're going to group this. And then we're going to just come here. We do have a bit of a slant in our terrain. That opening is a little weird. I may actually come back and just scooch this back over since we are going to run it the full length anyway. And then we'll grab this and then move it over to here. Just line that up there. That's what I don't like. I don't want that. How do you get good at theming in Planet Coaster? Well, in Planet Coaster 1, I think I played for 2.5 years. Like consistently during COVID. And for me, it was just hardcore playing. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing. And the other thing is I work in the theme park industry. So a lot of my knowledge that I have and a lot of the things that I'm familiar with, it's because I experience it on a daily basis. Like, this is my job regularly. You know what I mean? I do theme parks every day. So for me, it's a mixture of the two. And then I've got a lot of friends who play. I'm thankful of those friends that I've had playing Planet Coaster. When Planet Coaster 1 came out, there's just a lot of communities that I joined, and I watched a lot of YouTube, a lot of YouTube. But I think at the end of the day, it's just consistency and playing it until you're super proud of what you're creating. You know what I mean? And then take the feedback. It's funny. I'm not the best coaster builder. You know what I mean? But I'm always open to learning more and learning new stuff and just seeing just amazing things come out of this game from all the communities out there. I'm just inspired every day by the people who build here. And for me, I can't explain it. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm so inspired that I can probably keep building for quite a while. I've got so many ideas. I would love to start a franchise on Planet Coaster, but none of my friends... Yeah, that was my issue too. I didn't play Planet Coaster. None of my friends play Planet Coaster either. My suggestion to you for that is, join some Discords. I have a Discord if you want to join my Discord. Link is in the description. There's a number of us in there. It's a small community, but a number of us that play Planet Coaster. We share tips and tricks, and we just have a good time. You know what I mean? And you're more than welcome to join for sure. I'm totally open to having new friends join our community. Yeah, see, this bothers me here. I don't love this. I think that might be fine. Oh, very cool. Yeah, there's some great players in there too. You know what I mean? Let's grab these 3. Let's scooch them to the edge, to the corner. Right? And then we're going to dupe one of these. Like this. Just to give it a bit of an equidistant. Almost like it was designed like that. Because, unfortunately, we do have some constraints with the game. So we've got to make do with what we've got to play with. And we're going to leave these corners just slightly askew. And slightly short. I'm fine with that. Unless... Unless we do the same thing like we did before, where we do this, which I think is okay. But again, I like it when it's equidistant like that. It's got to be equidistant or else it doesn't work for me. This object can't be moved. That was interesting. I love when that thing pops up. I don't even know what that is. We're going to move this over a bit, just like that. Centered there. Let me see something. Why do you look off-center? Because you are. Hey, queen. Not you, not you. Let's move you over to right there. Okay. Do you have a link for your Discord? Yeah, I'll actually put it in the chat here if it's a little bit easier for you guys. Give me a half a second. There we go. And there we are, friend. I'll pin that. Just in case anybody wants to join the Discord. You guys are more than welcome to. Excuse me. This is going to need a little back of house area, I think, over here behind the toilets. Just my gut, like a little storage area. That's just my gut for that. But I think we can get away with now. If I take this and we just keep duping this now, I think we're fine. Because these all should be the same length. Roughly. A little bit more, like right there, yeah. And we're going to come here. And bring you to there. And line you up here. And then bring you to that edge right there. That path's a little wonky, but I'm not crying over it. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Okay, so we know this is going to be wonky, so let's play with that really quickly. Because what we'll do is we'll do one of these jams. We'll say maybe, I don't know, it's a busted fence. You know what I mean? And the park is just too cheap to fix it. So the whole idea of this park, if you're not familiar, this park is supposed to be a low-budget park that the owner just doesn't care and is letting everything fall to the wayside. And it's kind of like my vision for this build, right? Yeah, we can put some bushes or something there. I think that'll be fine. Ooh, look at all the people. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a fab day. Okay, we're going to put this here. Let's line you up to the corner. We're just going to do this. And it's not all going to line up precisely, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't come for me in the comments. It's fine, I said. Okay, we've got this one here. And we got this one here. I hope they get rid of curbs soon. I hate the curbs. Right, so we've got that. Now we need to figure out this portion here. Excuse you, sir. Thank you. We'll grab these 3. We'll pull these 3 out and down to there. They're slightly askew. Of course they are. Let's get it straight, friends. Oh, no, let's get it not angular. I'm going to go here. Okay, let's grab these. Nope. Over. Scooch you just a hair. There. Oh my god, she's just singing like the McDonald's theme or something. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my goodness. She's so excited. Shlaba! Yeah, I think that's fine. Again, we're just futzing around now. No, didn't want to put you there. Thanks. Put you there, and then we'll knock you right there. Okay. And then we'll do another set right here. Get to the corner. And then to the edge. All right, cool. So that's kind of... Oh, you don't line up exactly. It's fine. We can bring this one back a hair. There's a reason why. right? So that's kind of like that energy. So now what I'm thinking is, what I love about this industry is that it does some really fun stuff. So I want to grab our tarps. So we can do two things. We can do the asymmetrical, not the asymmetrical, the cantilever tarp covers in fun like retro colors like these, which I think could be fun. Or we can do the triangles that are layered on top of each other. That's the other option for this build. Because we're really playing into this whole like 70s vibe. I feel like this seems very empty, but I know it should be like this, right? This is what the base of this would look like. So what I'm looking at here is how do we embellish this to make it feel like more? So my thought is I want to do, I think that we're going to do market. So the market, for those of you that don't know, the market has these like canopy things, which I'm obsessed with. I use them everywhere. And my park has these like cantilevered over the queues, but in smaller versions like this, right? Great. Now I got to exit out of that because I didn't have my snap on. Always check your snaps before you spin things, right? So like this is my vision, or this is at least what my park has, right? So it has these, right? And they're like strewn over the tops, but cantilevered, right? So like they're random and they're not random and sporadic. They wrap around the outsides, right? So we can get away with doing that. Or we can do the giant triangles overlapping over each other, which is another fun. Because we've done this now quite a few times in this park. This will be the third time. But again, this is cheap, easy shade coverage, right? This would be what the park would want to purchase. Because, to be frank with you, oh, we can use that empty spot too. To be frank with you, the canvas is cheap. Canvas is cheap and dirty. You know what I mean? So let's actually grab one of these. We're going to move this over here. Because this has already been oversized, which I think is fun. And we're going to make it bigger. Right? Because like this will sit here. I'm almost thinking we can get away with using this one. No, we can't. It's a little bit too small, so we're just going to expand on it. Pull it to here. What is this looking like here? Where are you clipping? Okay, perfect. So we can spin it slightly. Look, I placed it. Spin it slightly. Let's move it back into place. A little bit this way. Maybe it's a little bit less that way. And we bring it over here. Right? So we've got one of these covers so far, right? So this is kind of the idea of what you'll see in parks. I've got this. I'm going to make a ride called Cheeto Hunt. It's a ripoff of Cheetah Hunt. Oh, that's fun. Cheeto Hunt. I'm here for it. What would be the best way to get people to join my park franchise called Chemical Cupcakes? Well, you've got to make friends in the community first. Once you've made your friends in the community, then you can work on kind of building out new stuff. You know what I mean? So I think what we're going to do for these, let's highlight. I want these to be this aqua color. So whatever color this is, let's tap into here. I like this aqua. This is very 1950s and 1980s. So I want us to tap into the aqua. I want this to be, let's think 1950s shades, right? So we're going to make them aqua. It's like the faded aqua, right? It's like totally faded out, right? And then this, in the center, we're going to make this pink, I think. Oh, well, it's not really pink. It's faded red. Like at one point, these were probably bright red. But now everything is sun bleached and faded, right? This was probably like a beautiful aqua color. And now it's sun faded, gross red. Like that. Like it just looks so bad. So then we're going to take that and we're going to spin it. Because we know this size is humongozoid. Let's see if we can fit this underneath. And this is how we have them in my park, right? So it's like that. And then we're going to spin it just a little bit more. And pull it this way. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to pull it forward right there. it a little bit bigger. And they always overlap. Like, this is the vibe, right? This is what they do, right? So this one, we're going to lower this one down. Lower, because it'll hit lower like that. And then 1, 2, nope. 2, 3. I'm going to move these back up. Excuse me. Right. Do we do a different color? Do we like the yellow maybe for this canopy here? Right. What if we rip that yellow? Is that too Superman? Is it giving Superman vibes? Right? Is it giving Superman vibes? There's just so much shade there now, though. I love that. I love how much shade it's giving. That work. No pun intended. I love the amount of shade that is coming off of this. Right? I think that's a fun look. And then that's it. That's your shade coverage. That is it right there. So now we're gonna take this. I love these colors, but we're gonna dull them down. Because they're sun bleached, right? That's what we're making here. We're making sun bleached stuff. Right? We'll do that. And then I think for this one, what are we calling this thing? What did I say we were calling this? We had a name for it. I think it's Retro Racer. Oh, I named these. Why does it say Matte Flume? Matte Flume 5. Uh-oh. Well, you can turn that off if you're in sandbox mode. You don't have to have the power generator. Okay, that works for me. Right? We'll call this Retro Racer. I think that's the name. I think we're going to stick with it. Let me get this. I'm going to get a signpost. Get the larger version. Really, boss? That's what we're doing today? You're choosing violence? Is that what we're doing? Let's turn our snap on. Spin you around. We'll make you the aqua color. Or maybe the other aqua. Like this darker aqua is really nice. Maybe at once they were both the same color, but you know, somebody painted it with the wrong color that they got from the hardware store. I mean, y'all laugh, but these kind of things accidentally happen in a theme park. You know what I mean? You just got to be conscious of like how you're speaking to it. It happens. I think we can agree that Six Flags loves the name Goliath. Yes, they do. They do. They enjoy the name Goliath. See, look, I don't like it. Oh, I like this aqua better, I think. Maybe we do the other aqua, just so they match. It does bother me that they don't match exactly. Yeah, see, I like that. That's fine. That's fine. And maybe we do these in the yellow, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Right? What is happening? Give me this thing. Yeller. Right? Yeah, that works for me. And again, we're calling this Retro Racer, right? So it's totally a vibe. How are we going to do this? We should do the racer in the text, not the font, not the text. Right? And you know I love this font. I wish it went down to 10%. But what I'm thinking is, we'll do this. We're going to rock this out. Ready? Retro Racer! Like, that's how I hear it in my head. R... A... Oh, are you going to fit? You're tight. This is going to be tight. We're going to make it work, though. We're going to make it work. Retro Racer! Almost. We're going to have to scooch that over just a hair. Let's not be cheeky, friend. There we go. And then we'll get the R. Just about good. Let me grab these. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control Z. Move that over a scooch. And down. No, we're going to put that center. Because what we can do is, let's get into, because this whole scenery is a part of the, this whole scenery moment is a part of the resort pack, right? We've got that resort, the fancy resort hotel. Comes in all like these 50s styles, like 50s diner kind of energy. So it works for us that we can kind of play up to it. So if we grab in retro signs, or 60s really, 50s, 60s, where are the signs at? They gotta be somewhere around here. That's a window. That is not a sign. This is all wall decor. Here we go. This stuff here. So do I have something that I would put up here for the retro? Is it this box, this light up box sign? Is it this? I mean, why are you sideways? Right? Can I, hold on. I'm having a thought. Right? Could it be, this reminds me of Goliath from, Goliath from, what is that park? Six Flags Over, Georgia. Over, Georgia. Maybe this comes up and over? No. Is it this box moment then? No. Is it this? It could be this one. Could be this one. It's giving the Jetsons. Very Jetsons. Do you know what I mean? And it matches with our mats that we have. Right? We can just tap that right on top. Just like that. Right? Inside of here. Now this is going to be the stupid font. But we're going to have to put it in with Zelet Pedo. Alright, let's get our text. We're going to put it in here. Let me Control Z really quickly. No, I'm going to Control Z. And we're going to put... Ooh, what are all these? Wait a minute. This works too. Editable text sign. This is... What is this one? Wait. I'm like having a moment. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh. I think... I like... Ooh! Love it. Love it. Right? Here's... Yep. 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 We're going to shrink this down. Move it up. Move it out. Right? So we make it a little bit larger. And scooch it out. Perfect. Right? Now our colors for this are going to be... Let's play... Like that. Do we do that color combo? Like, look at how good that looks, right? Yep. Okay. So now we grab Zelet Pedo. Zelet Pedo. Which means text. What is going on with this glitch? My goodness. Retro Racer. We need... Not ribeye. Aladdin. Greco. Evil Empire. There we go. Shrink it down. I wonder why it's called Evil Empire. That's a name, huh? I feel like this needs to be in alignment. Let's line up with that. Just like that. And scooch it over. All right, what's the color? Maybe this is that red. Faded. Oh, it's so good. And then this will become deleted. It's in my way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Control Z. Okay, we'll make these the yellow. We're going to group them together because they're just having the time of their life there. Right? And that's... Oh, it looks so good. I love that. I love all of that. I just realized we need height sticks. We don't have height sticks in this park, hey? But, like, that's such a vibe. Like, look at that from here. Love that. Oh, my God. It's so King's Island. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's so King's Island. I love it. It reminds me of their dodgems. So I think what we're going to do now is really quickly, we're just going to get some of this sorted. So let's get this edging all done and cleaned up. I'm going to shrink you down, bro. You just way too hard. There we go. All around this edge. This is my Sims trick. Run all of your edges with like a dirt. And it just browns it out. It just makes it look solid. We're going to keep this the same thing. Now, along your fence lines, you put it down to a 2 meter if you can get it there. And then you just rock that along your fence lines as well. I like to put it at 100 when I'm doing these because it's just quicker. To just get a nice cleaned up edge. Look at that. Look at that. It just gives that little bit air of like brushed in. Do you know what I mean? This is all going to be... Oh, I just realized that's sitting there. Okay, so that... We're going to put an employee path back here. We decided that, right? How do we want to run that? So I feel like what I want to do with this is I want to move this underneath here. Right? And we did this in Shenaniganelandia as well. Whoa. Control Z. What just happened? Okay, thank you. Oh my God, that was so weird. It just disappeared. We did this in Shenaniganelandia and we turned it into like a employee pad underneath, which is super easy to do with the plaster. So we grab our plaster flat. Where's my plaster flat? Not that one. That one. Right, let's drop this. Right, we're going to add it to that building. But no, we're not. We're going to put it here. We're going to dip it in just low enough. All right, we're going to make it a gray. So it looks like concrete. All right, and it'll have like, it'll definitely... No, we're going to go half grid. It'll live just like that. I'm placing it. What do you mean? What is going on? What is happening? What is happening? Oh, now I can place it? Because I'm on the other side. Because that made any sense. And then what I think we could do is... Because this is all changing rooms along the back here. So we could run an employee path back to this, which is fine. And I think we can get away with it by doing this. We'll go short. We'll pull it here. We're not going to let it align with that. There we go, just like that. No, because the employees are going to cut through. Don't be that person. We're going to go here. Can I... And then right to there, and then what is even happening? It's like underneath there? No. We're gonna pull this. Give me this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna grab this whole strip. I'm gonna zhuzh it up. And then this one, pull back just to get a nice neat edge. Neat. We said neat edge, dude. And that's your employee pathing moment. This is weird. I don't like that. Let me stamp that right in the corner. Yeah. I feel like that's cleaner. And then we'll clean that up. We'll zhuzh that up. But I feel like that's clean. That's nice. That looks the part. I mean, this looks so good now. Look at this. Like from this angle right here, once we do that restaurant. Hold on. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just such a... Oh, look at the coaster passing through. So good. Look at Retro Racer. Right? Retro Racer. Now, as I'm looking at this... We're not working here today. We're just going to wrap up this plaza. I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of a shorter stream today because I still need to edit the next Shenaniganalandia. So... Oh my goodness, somebody just left the longest post in the history of the world. So what I'm thinking is that let's fence this off. Let's do all of the foliage around here. We'll do the foliage around here. We'll put in some back of house stuff here. And then we'll save a Saturday. We'll go through, we'll do a quick realism pass. We'll do this little restaurant QSR moment in full. I'm actually feeling a little under the weather as I say this. And then that's kind of what we're thinking. What I'm thinking here, right? So let's take a look at this. So we've got this stuff here. This is fine. Let's do, where's my, here we are. So we've got this. Let's pull you this way. Can I have just the one? Let's delete those. Delete that. I just want one for now. Or two is fine. Right? I love this trick. It just gives, it makes it look like it's like tumbleweeds and like not maintained. Such a clean look. Look at that, right? And then we take that, we'll spin that around. You got a nice hard edge. Put you on this side. Maybe around this way. Pull you back. And maybe grab one of these and pull this up a little bit in this way. So that's kind of like our grassy area, right? And then we've got our tumbleweed. We know we love my tumbleweed. These are just so fun to just place in here. All right, let's get the big bush. I want the big bush. I don't want the tumbleweed. There's the big bush. There we go. It's a little bit more towards the corner right there. Yeah, like that. And then that deserves a tree, I think, in that corner. For sure, right? What do we think? I think we need a tree. Do we do a taller tree? No, I don't want to do the wide tree. We're going to need a taller tree. This is weird that these two are directly next to each other, by the way. I don't love that. We'll make that smaller. And we'll spin it. Okay. What is this one? I mean, that's a lot. It's like 3 times, that's like 300 times size the people. That to me looks nicer. Do you know what I mean? From a height perspective. And that kind of gives the look that I'm going for, I think, for the area. And then we'll grab our... whatever this is called. What is this called? Our little cow tie fence. Oh, look, of course I put that there. There we are. Nice and sweet, right? And then I think... let's delete that. I think we've got benches, right? Yes. We'll swap you there. We'll put one there. We'll put one over here. Put a bin over here. I feel like this... now, where do we have those other vendies? We got vendies over there. Do I need a vendy over here? I think I do. Give me these. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take the cover. Right? I think this is a good spot for vendies. One thing that you'll see in a lot of these smaller parks is just vending machines everywhere because they don't have the staffing to really supply food and drinks sometimes. Or like they don't want to open up the restaurants. So you will get this kind of energy, right? So let's grab, we'll do drinks. Do one there. Do... What the food ones? The food ones are great. I don't know if I love the food vendies. I've only seen a food vendy once, and that was in Hershey Park. I feel like those work well, right? Do they clip? They kind of clip. Move you back. There we are. All right, so now we got some more vendies out. I think that works. Right? And that kind of closes off that area, that portion of the area. So now we need to fill in this whole space, and it's as simple as us grabbing this. And you're going to laugh, but watch. All back. Love that, right? It just gives that air of realism so much. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, we're going to take it. We're going to spin it so that it breaks up the pattern. And again, some of it's going to be overbuilt. Some of it's going to be underbuilt. And that's fine. That's the way things grow. Nature has no... Well, let me rephrase. Fibonacci sequence. There is order, but in the same breath, there is not order. And we'll leave it at that. I'm going to tuck that down. It seems a little bit too much. Let me edit scenery group. I'm going to pull this out of that group. This way I can just work with it alone. Yeah, see, I want it like that. Maybe a little bit more. Get up higher. There we go. All right, look at that. Nope. Give me this. Edit scenery group. Give me just one edge. Can I have just the edge? We'll scoot you over. We'll spin you around. Up. More. More, please. I want some more. I'm going to turn it around now. So we break the pattern. Nope. We're going to copy it. Turn it around to break the pattern. Forward this way. Perfecto. And that's kind of the look there, right? And I think we need another tree in this space. I think we're going to go with this pine. Here, I like the idea of this in that space, but a little bit further back. And then let's grab our bushes. Our tumbleweeds. So the idea is that these were once beautiful perennials or annuals, and the park just let them fall to the wayside and die. Like, I want to put a couple like right next to the entrance, like right here. Like, how great is that, right? Like one there. And then the other side will get one of the annuals that we have over here. Where is that? Hold on. Can I have that? Why is that so hard? I'll put one on this side over here. Right, and I feel like this would have cacti moments. We've got these here. I like these smaller cacti. These are cute. They're just because they're cute. This one there. Maybe it's like, I'll put you back here. Right there. Right, just a couple of those. Keep it simple. Nothing too crazy. Not a lot of height either. Because height requires money. And then we will just... And you're probably wondering, like, okay, if this is like a 50 section, why do we still have, like... It's not a 50 section. That's the whole deal, right? It's... However Wyatt can make money, he's going to put in whatever. And if it doesn't match the surrounding area, he doesn't care. Right? So when this ride came out, right, Western Wyatt's already existed. Let's take it like this. Wyatt inherited this place from Dad, right? And now he's like, well, I need to make more money. So he put in the mat racers with the 50s theme because he probably bought it from another park. He added the rest, this QSR here with the 50s theme, right? And it's just mismatchy hot mess express. Right, and these fences were already here from the previous attraction. This is probably even the same queue from the previous attraction. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to have that kind of like a jank kind of energy to it. I just realized none of this is connected. Oh, my Lord. What if I did this? Is this going to move everything? Nope, it's not. What if I did that and then deselected all that and that and that? Can I do that? Nope. I don't want you. I don't want you. I want to group that. Let's see if I did it right. I didn't ruin it. Oh, I did. Fantastic. Move that back a hair. All right, and that's just kind of like the energy I want this place to have, right? It's just like, what? This random ride is just there. Do you know what I mean? And that's perfection. Okay. Ooh, the other thing we should probably do while we're right here right now. Hold on. So I was having this issue, and I did not account for this. You're going to love it. But when I was trying to put stairs in Shenaniganelandia, in our pool, it actually kept the Plankonians here from exiting the pool. So what I'm going to do is we're going to utilize this, all right, and we're going to make a trim. Then we'll do it a trim this way, maybe? Let's do a trim this way, I think. That's fine. Because once I place this, run it along this entire wall here, it should stop them. Hello, you're supposed to stop getting out. Interesting. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's try... that? Why are you not working like you did last time? Did I do it with these? I might have done it with these. I wonder. Hold on. No, they're still gonna walk through it. That's weird. That's weird. Because it was an issue that we had when we were doing Shenaniganelandia. Why did I put that there? No. Because I was making really nice... I guess we can make stairs again. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Because certain things did not allow our guests... Like I was trying to do this at the bottom of my pool. It's really what I wanted to do for one of my pools. It was keeping people from going in, but I wonder if it doesn't keep them from getting out. Because they're already in the pool, right? So maybe it stops them from going in, but doesn't stop them from getting out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is. I mean, it was worth a try. It was worth a test try. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what do we have here? It's 1:13. Do we... Or 1 hour and 13 minutes. You know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. And I'm going to build this QSR really fast. So first things first, we need to think about a few things here. We need to think about... This is going to be a 50s retro kind of diner. Right? So 50s retro kind of theming, but like super loose. I want it to look like... Sorry. I want it to look like a basic build... A basic build that... Let's do this. I'm going to delete that. Because this is going to have to be... I'm trying to think of... What are my materials? Do we do the plaster or do the plastic? Plastic. Right, I think the Planet Coaster wall is plastic. Excuse me. Sorry. Apologies. Right? This is kind of like the panel. That's what it is. Panel wall. It's panel. Right? So if we did this, we made this our like vibe. this is something that we can then bounce around and put in a number of different locations. It's kind of like where my vision is, right? Can I should probably have not deleted that because I want to put it in this building. So let's delete the front facade first. We're going to, let me go 50s retro diner vibe. Images. Exterior. Okay. Okay, I see it. I see it, I see it, I see it. It does have a very plastic vibe to it, right? I love that. That's a beautiful photo. Oh my god, I know this diner. How funny is that? That is hysterical. Okay, we can pull this off. All right, cool. So, and then it's definitely very plastic, very metal, rounded edges. But that's a facade that we can put on. Do you know what I mean? So let's grab this. This is what I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing this. It's shorter. Why are you so big? There we go. I'm going to do this in the grayish white. Right? There's a reason why we're doing that. So just work with me on this one. We're going to have delete. We'll grab our full wall. Nope. Our third wall. All right, the 1/3 wall really is what your height would look like. That is your 6 foot tall wall. You'd probably have 8 foot tall walls, but not 12 foot ceilings in these smaller locations. So I'm going to stick with that height. And then we're going to put our floor on top. Like that. It's kind of the look I'm going for. See, look, it's so tight though. It feels very claustrophobic. Not gonna lie, I don't love that height. Maybe we add. Oh, she's so annoying. Do you hear her? Maybe we bring it to 10 foot. Right? So it's that height. Right? And then when we put our ceiling on, you just made an arrow corkscrew and it's terrible, but I blame it on arrow track and couldn't make it smooth. Yep, that's what I do with my coasters. I just blame it on the type of coaster. It's fine. It could be worse. All right, cool. So I think this height works better. Right? We are going to have to probably move these because annoying unless we move the front facade, which is fine. We'll split this. Pull it forward a boot there. Okay, because this is essentially the box that we're creating for this quote-unquote kitchen, right? But we're not going to give it the most, right? So if the interior is going to be this white, let's grab... We're going to have to do the 50s checkerboard pattern. I think for this one, we're going to make this one a little bit different. Only because of the 50s diner vibe. And it's going to be literally this box. For this one, I don't even know what we're doing over here. Maybe we'll do Polynesian over here. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I think that this is going to be a very easy build, this part right here. Ready? So let's get rid of our roof first. Going to go up. We're going to put you there. All right, because we're going to have to build this space out. So first and foremost, we need our squares. You know, I love my tiled walls. So we're going to make a tiled wall. We're going to have a blast doing it. Why did you place that? That was weird. Right? So we do that, and we're going to do this in that gray. This. We're going to say this white in the background is, I don't know, it's white grout. We'll just call it that. Put you there. Right? And then I'm going to double you down. So there, we're going to make you that slate gray. And then we're just going to dupe these. Gosh. Let's make that a group. And Oh. A little bit closer there. There we go. Just so I can see what we got going on there. And then we'll just dupe these again. All the way down. That's fine. And we'll cut that bottom one off. No, we won't cut that bottom one off. There's a reason why. So we're going to take this one now. And we're going to pull this. We're going to come here. But we're going to do this. That is why we didn't cut the bottom one off. Right, and we're going to make this a checkerboard space. I can actually delete. I can delete that bottom one, I think, now. Yeah, this is cute. Do that. Let's make sure we've got like a good equidistance over here. Okay. Checkerboard. Tiles. Love it. Right? Super fun. Super retro. We'll do a jank floor. Get rid of all of that. And then, all right. And now what we can do is we can actually take it and we just scooch it so it's centered because that's going to bother me. Something like that is fine. All right, so that's our back wall. And then we're going to, don't hate me, also make it the floor. Because I can. Is it perfect? No. Does it have to be? No, because this is my creation. And if I want it to be imperfect, it is. That's it. That's all. That's my. Well, that's it. Welcome to my TED Talk. Or that's it. Thanks for enjoying my TED Talk. That's the phrase. All right, we'll run it down those two walls there and down the back. I think what we need to do is we need to paint this wall. Right, we're going to split this. We're going to Control Z. We're going to pull it out just a hair. Pull it out just a hair. And then I think what we need to do is turn this set of walls into, like, the fun colors, right? So maybe that's the aquamarine. Do it again on this side. And we'll take it and we'll poke it out just a hair. Now, don't worry about the front Z fighting. We're going to cover that up. But we'll put that one there, and then this one is going to be the... Maybe it's that. Now it looks like Super Mario Brothers. Or like Mario Kart. All right, but that's kind of like a vibe, right? We need a door. And I think for this is the 50s retro door, which is this one here. Did we do this in a double? I think we did. All right, but this will live here. Oh my goodness, what is that? And why does it have that color paint job? What is happening there? That doesn't look like a 50s door. This is the double. Oh, this is like, what is that? That's not even fitting on my wall. I love the door. I don't love that frame. So we're going to go back to this one. I'm keen on using this. It's fine. We're going to have to do our best to clean it up, though, because that's just a mess. We will make it this reddish. No, we'll make it the yellow. You should be the red. And you should be the yellow. Right, again, very, like, cartoony-esque, I think. It's fine. Turn it around. I hate that it's a wood door, too. Like a wood frame. It's fine. We'll just leave that there like that. So that's our interior. That's it. No, I'm kidding. That's not it. We need to put in a counter. It's going to be a plastic counter. So we're going to mimic that by grabbing our art shapes. And I think our art shapes are going to have to be the yellow. They called it mellow yellow. Shrink that down. think we'll have you come out, and then we'll double you back. How far back shall we go? Nope. Even further, right to there. Alright, and then we'll grab those. We'll group those, and we'll just dupe the hell out of that. Added scenery. Now, I'm thinking this is probably something we can easily like mimic and just swap out elements when we move it to the next area. And I just realized it's not up high enough. It's got to come up a little bit higher. So I'm going to cover that, right? There we go. All the way to the end, just like that. Now, where are we cutting that to? Does that pop out a little bit? To the, no, it goes to there. What do you go to? You go too far out. It's more like there. Okay. Right? So that's kind of like that energy there. Right? And I know it looks like a lot. It's very overwhelming to the eye, but it's fine. Right? I think we need surf. No, posters. Da 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 da. Okay, what do I want? I want this one. And give me, where is she? Oh, we can do this one. No, let's do this one. I hate her. She's so loud. Just like me. Here we are. We're going to go this way. We're going to come down and like this. Oh, it takes a village. Let me tell you. All right, we're going to leave those two there for now. I think that's fine. Now we're going to grab our kitchen set. You guys know I love this kitchen set. If you haven't seen it yet, it's jaw-droppingly fantastic. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Fabulous. Absolutely freaking fantastic. We're going to put you right back here in the backyard. Can we just... Why are you going up and down and not backwards and forwards? That's weird. And why are you going under... What is happening right now? Ground. I don't know what's happening. So we're just going to do that because that was acting really weird. Where is... Can I turn my light on? Jesus, what is happening today with this game? Ground. There we go. Okay. So, this set is immaculate. It's fabulous. And we're going to use it. So, I think what I want is need the refrigerator set. I hate that it's all connected, though. It's my only complaint about this amazing set. So, it's all connected. But we're going to... I'm going to split that. Okay, give me this. And we're going to put this giant refrigerator. I know it's ginormous. I know. But this is going to live right there because this is their food fridge, right? They need storage for their food. Now, normally these are kept outside. So much checkerboard. Hello, Wolf Tenor. How are you, my friend? Most of it will be covered. It's 1950s vibe. It's fine. It's fine. We're giving it a little bit of a je ne sais quoi. How do you call it? I think that's fun. And then let's grab the soda machine. We'll do this one. Well, let me just split you first. And then we're going to come here. Now, this is the park I was talking about, Wolf, to you. So, this is Western Wyatt's, as you can see. It needs a little village out here. It needs a little neighborhood. So that's what I'm asking the community to do, is just to build these super fun little houses. I know Okie Dokie Sims is working on a motel for over here. I would love to have a gas station right over here. I think I'm going to pull that amazing Waffle House from the workshop. That's going to go out here somewhere, probably along this strip. I want this strip to be all like businesses. I'm just going to go ham. If people don't want to build for this project, it's cool. I'll just pull stuff from the workshop just to fill out the little neighborhood. Obviously, we will feature those creators for sure, for sure. All right, cool. So I think we should put this. This is the soda machine. So we're gonna put the soda machines off to this. No, we should put it more to this side over here. Which means if we did that, this would probably be more this way. We're just gonna line everything up on this back wall, aren't we? That's gonna end up happening. We'll do that. We'll do this. Soda machine's right next to it. Right? We're gonna grab. Can I line you up this way? Great. Okay. So I think the next thing we're going to need is a kitchen and counter. But not... Oh, my goodness. I'm in the ceiling. Sink and... Here, we're going to need this. Because this is a smaller venue. A smaller location wouldn't need the giant sink. Which is fine. I don't want you. I don't want you. Right? We're going to split this. No. There we are. Can I get away with doing this a little bit? Maybe-ish. All right, cool. So now we need to think, like, where is the sink? So the sink would be towards the door. Closer to the door. We're going to tuck that back just a hair. Just like that. I really love how this creator made this. That's a J. That's the letter J. Just so we're all clear. It's just genius. Genius. We'll do that there. And then I think we're going to do the smaller burner. So this place will serve burgers. Totally. Like, I mean, this type of diner would be a burger shop. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to put over here. Right? Oh, maybe we do the larger one. The larger one might look cute, actually. I don't need the outside air vent. That's just weird. Can I have this? I love the kitchen. Oh my god, this kitchen set is amazing. So this is, I forget who the creator is. I have it linked in some of my older videos. But this creator just, my jaw's on the floor every time I use this set. It's like, this is like TMTK level fabulous. Do you know what I mean? Hold on, let me move this over a hair, just like that. And then I think this will, if we do this, and then this will give me a little bit of room to play with this and move this back over here, right? Just line that up right there. And then we'll put a bin right there. I need a bin, sir. Thank you. We're going to put you right there. All right, bin right there. Right? This outside piece, though, that needs to go. That is just a lot. Right? And that's kind of what that back kitchen set would look like. We need menu boards. And those will probably have to sit on the outside. And then, do we need stuff back here? Like, there would be a cork board up here for sure. But if we did the cork board... I don't know if you guys have seen me do the cork board before. But it's literally the flowers... You take the flowers, shrink them down, spin them around, and hopefully they're not sticking out the back. No, they're not. So that's a cork. That's your cork board, right? So this would be like the employee cork board, right? So we'll take that and go 1, 2, and then grab them. Of course, they're not in a group. Put them down like this, and then we grab our hoarding board. Right, and then we'll shrink it down, bring it up, still too big. Let's give it that framework right there, just like this. Maybe we should. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I tuck you in a hair more so you stick out? Nope. The best corkboard ever. And then we'll move this over just like that. And use that end right there. That's not where I put you. You love it when that happens. You guys come down. If you're wondering why I don't work in groups, I don't have an answer for that. I've tried. I'm a mess. Clipboard. And then these are the important things that our staff needs to know. I wish we had the little postcards like we had the TMTK postcards. Those are great. Those were great, I should say. But like just like a fun moment there. And then I feel like this is an empty spot, but we would need to prep the foods. I'm not upset about that. I think this is weird though. I feel like I need like a pot and pan clutter set. Or like a kitchen clutter set. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's our interior. That's the interior done. We may need to get rid of the range hood too. Edit scenery group. Let's delete this. Let's separate this, I should say. Just so we can close. Oh, get out of here. Hello. Thank you. I'm going to delete this. We'll delete that. Right? I think that works for a vibe. That means this whole wall is now empty. Ew, gross. We should probably then... Posters. I feel like we can get away with doing like... I don't know. Very 60s retro mod is the vibe. Pump it out a bit. Just like that. Right? That's kind of like... That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not trying to do too much. Again, it's not a fancy park. You know what I mean? It's just a bare bones basics. This seems empty to me, though. This is bothering me. But we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. It's fine. So, now... I have never seen those posters. Yeah, if you type poster, there's like a whole bunch in there. All right, we're going to put this right on top. We're going to have to get rid of that range hood, I think. Actually, no, we don't. We can leave that. We can leave that. We're going to put in smoke. Love it. Oh, I did it. I do this every time. Get in there. Thank you. Right? So now they're cooking. They're cooking right out the center. All right, cool. So now we need to figure out what our trim work is going to look like at this point. Let's take a look here. So we should definitely do windows. We should definitely do some sort of paneling. We'll do like a center arch moment. Lower paneling for sure. Front side paneling. It's a lot of paneling. A lot of trim work, which is annoying. But it's fine. It's fine. So what we'll do first, we'll do first trim. We'll grab our hoarding panel. We can actually... No, we can't. Can we? No, it doesn't get small enough. We'll do the hoarding. It's fine. We'll do this. We're going to do this in the teal. I'm thinking. Let's do this. And we're going to do this as our upper and lower trim. So along the front facade. We're going to work on the front facade for now, and then we will tweak out the rest of it. Right? This is what I'm thinking. So let's grab these. We're going to group them just so we can play. This will be just the facade group. Edit. I just want it to go to there. And the reason why I want to do this is because this roof is not going to be a plastic roof. It wouldn't be a plastic roof. It would probably be the Western style roof, which is that, what is it called? The tar kind of roof. Wood batten floor. It's in the Western packs. We're gonna have to do it this way because I don't remember what it's called. I need to favorite this one because I use it. This is like your classic roof piece. It's probably on the roof too, right? Yeah, this thing, the tar pitched roof. But I think, see, this is too big. That's what sucks about it. Right, it's too big for this build because I can't get away with doing this unless I cut it here. Oh, actually, I might be able to get away with that because we're going to trim the corners all the way around, right? So I feel like this look, we'll just have to pull this one, split it, and pull it in. Yeah, that's going to be great. It's a tar roof, right? That's just, let's be realistic. That's what you're going to have, right? And then, nope. Let's grab our neon panels. All right, we'll do these in the pink. So we'll grab this. Actually, I can get away with doing this, can't I? Ha-ha! Give me all of that. Give me all that junk inside that trunk. Da-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Or whatever she says. All right, give me all of that. We're going to dupe it. Bring it up to the top. Look at that. She's great. She's lovely. Isn't she lovely? We'll do one there. Do one above it. Now it's giving 50s retro. I live for it. We have to figure out what to do here. I don't know if we... Do we do this here? I feel like we do. You know what I mean? Because it plays up to our whole racing theme, right? And that's what I'm digging into here. I'm digging into the racing theme. That lines up there, that lines up there, but I can scooch it over a bit, kind of center it. We'll get rid of that outside line right there. We'll delete all that crap that's underneath. Because I don't need none of y'all. Y'all can go away. Right, because it's 50s themed racing. That's kind of what we're going after. Now we need vertical trim. We need to cover up this Z fighting because I'm going to scream in like a 2.5. Though, to be honest with you, we can probably do this. And it's fine. Right? I think that's fine. I don't like... Oh, I don't like how far out I have that one. It should be more here. Which would make these... posters have to go in to flush there, and then you're going to go in flush there, and then you're going to have to go in here. Right? I don't like, though, that this is blue and blue. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think that... You took away your back wall instead of duplicating it. No, I didn't. Back wall's still there. See? Back wall. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Didn't see it? Back wall. No. Yeah, it's still there. Everything's there. I think we take this. Here's what we're going to do. Make this the yellow. This is how we play up this color. Kind of break up that teal a little bit. Run that up to the top like that. All the way down. Right? And again, it's just, it's not meant to be themed 50s. It is literally stylized like 1950s, and that's what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're offering here at Western Wyatt's. A whole lot of jank. Ah, you're fine, friend. You are fine. Yeah, I like the yellow on either side. This one needs to come out a little bit more. Yeah, just so we've got like that bump out. It did come out too far though, right? Yeah. Just want to barely cover it. There we go. Right? Now it screams 1950s vibe. That's it. I know you're like, what? No, seriously, that's it. We're going to take this. We're going to... Actually, we're going to take this one. And this one. We're going to run these this way. Right? We'll just give it some semblance of a trim work. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We're not trying to make this look fancy. Just to clarify. If I haven't said it enough times. Right? Right? It's a 50s retro diner. And then it just needs a 50s retro sign on the top. And I think that's it for this build. Oh, no, we need windows. Durr. That's easy, though. Windows are easy. And then my favorite thing in the world, again, it's my, what are these called? The hoarding, the hoarders. They're hoarders. It's going to have to come out to here, though, which is fine because it's got to get smaller anyway. We usually use it at this length. Make it a little bit bigger, tap it in. Now for these, we're going to make these the pink just to contrast. Oh, this is actually going to be really fun. All right, now we've got that. We get our glass. I missed the diner set from PC1 as well, my friend. Very much so. All right, so here's our glass piece. Of course, she's facing the wrong way. Shocker. We're going to tuck her in like this. Tuck it in. Tuck it in, tuck it in. We'll duplicate this to the edge of the glass just like that, right? And then one over this way. Oh, camera. No. Camera. Absolutely not camera. Camera. Nope. Thank you. Please. Thank you. All right, so this is going to, it's going to affect that trim slightly, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. But that's like our window shape, right? That's the look of the window. And we've got one. What are you attached to? Which group are you in? Which group are you in? 3, 4, 5. We're going to make the windows their own group. Okay, now we're going to edit. So now that we've got our window, all right, we're going to say that's going to live there. You know, homegirl is going to be there, right? Which means this should probably be like this-ish. Okay, and then we're going to grab this one. We're going to move it back a hair just like that, because that's the sliding window. Get it? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay, let's grab this one. No. Grab this one. Duplicate it to the same distance. Just about there. The same thing on this side. I'm going to bring it all the way over. Right? That's where I locked it in, right? Yeah, right there. And then this should come. So if I did that, I would block him. So this is his rolling window, I guess. Which is fine. And then homegirl needs one over here, which would be more. No, it would be more here. So that one closes that way. This one closes that way. This one closes that way. Done, done, and done. Great. Let's get a sign. All right. What are we going to call this? So that's that mat racer right there. Is what do we call? What do we call it? We call it retro racer. So this is going to have to be retro diner, right? Right. We're all. I typed retro. Sign. Retro diner. Oh. Seriously? Could that not have been more perfect? That's it. I got it. That's it. Editable text sign. Does this get, like, text on it? Can I text on this? Do I type on it? Where do you live? Do you live up there? Yeah, I think you live up there, right? Yeah, that's it. And I actually love the colors. But you can... Where does the sign... I'm not going to do it. What are we calling this now? What did I say? Retro Diner? Right. We're going to get our font. We're going to do this one for Diner, right? Because, oh my goodness, you're huge! What color? Do we do it in that teal? Yeah, I think we do. I can turn my light off. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, it's so 1950s. I'm like gagging. D I N E R. But it's not really a diner because it's a QSR. Get it? Got it. Cute. Right, we'll do that. We'll do that right there. Okay, now I'm going to grab these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good, very good. We are going to Santa. Do we make you bigger? Do you get bigger? You do. Right? So that's funsies right there. Are you sticking out of the back? No, you're not. Okay. I want you back more. I do want you sticking out a little bit. Are you in there? Okay, we're going to have to add something to attach those a little bit better. So diner and then retro we'll have to do in the editable text again. But what if we, can I pull? I love this sign topper, right? So can I take this sign topper? Like, is it weird that we add this to this like that? And just tie them together? Like, that's our look, right? Is that bad? I think that's bad. I don't love that. I think we just need to type retro right above it. And I think we've already got that here. I have this one. Editable text. Duplicate. No, I want the... Not the sign. I want that. I'm going to duplicate. Duplicate. Alright, we're going to put you right here. We can make you bigger. I can play on like that same sizing. We'll do that in the yellow. Make it pop. Pop-ish. It's the best we're going to get, babes. Retro diner. That's it. That's the look. That's the feel. That's what you get. We do need tacky lighting in here. And we know my go-to is the... I definitely think I'm getting sick. Like, this is not fun. It's got to be my allergies. It's got to be... We're going to blame it on the allergies. We're going to see the allergies did it. We'll blame it on the allergies. Blame it on the allergies. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's bring these around this way. Tuck it up. Tuck it over. Let's find that center. Where was the center? I think that's where I want this first one to go. We'll put it right in the middle. Right in the middle. Put it right in the middle. Okay. We'll do one there. We'll put our snaps on. We're going to do 2 meters. One there. Nope. Come on. One there. And then we'll do... Go back to the center. And one there. And one there. All right, and that's a vibe. Do you know what I mean? And it does exactly what it needs to do. It's a box. There's a reason why it's a box. And you guys are like, oh my god, it looks so basic. No, it's supposed to be just a box. Now, there are condiment carts in the game. Blueprints, right? If we type condiment. Right? There's these condiment things here. I've made a condiment cart. Where did I do that? I did that in Shenanigan-Alandia. We can do condiment carts. We can do a condiment cart. We should probably also think about, would this have an awning or a cover above it? No, it wouldn't. It definitely would not. It defo would not. Oh my god, this looks so good though. Are you kidding me? Like retro diner. Like this whole section right here. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Can you just marvel at how fabulous this looks? Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm like, the coaster? Coaster drop? Coaster drop? Hey. How we doing? All right, love it. Super fun. Retro diner, super sun faded. Um, that's great. We'll probably need a bin. Grab that bin. I want to go bin. Bin. Duplicate. Put a bin here. Right. Just cover that little blemish. I feel like this needs to have a condiment cart right here. Like right next to it. So let's make a quick condiment cart. And how we're going to do that is I'm going to grab... Not condiment. Ice cream. Yes. I'm going to take this. So I made this. Turn off the snap distance. I made this for Shenanigan-a-landia. And we're going to disassemble it. We're going to turn it into a little condiment cart. Right? And it's going to be an easy disassemble, right? Because it's literally goodbye, 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 goodbye. All of this. We're going to get rid of the actual stand itself. We don't need that. Because this is going to be the condiment cart. That's what I'm calling it. Sticking to it. All of this is going to go away. All of this. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. We're going to leave the... Because there are doors on the back of this. We're going to leave those. This is before I knew half of the pieces were in the game. So there are things here where I'm just like, what? We'll do all of that. All the things. We just deleted everything. I could have just put a stupid TMTK square there. And it would have been the same thing. But I like to be over the top. Clearly. Let's go around this way. That needs to go. This. No, not that. This. This. That and that all need to be deleted. Okay, so we got our fun little condiment cart here, right? All right, let's match color. Not you. You need to go away. You are not you're not a part of this party, friend. I do not want to select those though. And we're gonna make this all gray, right? And then these. Do these in the... Feel where I'm going with this? I gotta change my camera. There we go. Right? And then I think what we do is... What is this? Because I know that, yeah, I knew I did that. Alright, cool. So we're going to take these. We're going to pop these out. Lower them down a bit. Right? And then we're going to just play with them. Right? We're going to do one there. We'll do one... Hold on. We'll do one there. Way to frustrate me, bro. Today's not the day. Let's duplicate that on the other side like this. Right, we'll do another set here. Just like that. Right, it's gonna need wheels? Would it need wheels? Is it too big? I think it's too big. Right? I built this thing out like a square box. Seriously? Bro, I could have just made a single... I crack myself up. Sure, we'll bite. You guys are gonna come here. Nope. We're gonna come here to there. And you're gonna come here. Cool. And then these two will move over because we'll see this is where the employees access stuff. Make them a little bit smaller. Now that we've got those in place. Yeah, I think that works. And then we'll move these over here. Oh, I just realized you're not pushing through. Right there. Okay, give me you. Move to the other side, just like that. Right there. All right, and now we need... I'm going to do that. Let me get... It looks like she's using the notes. We've got the hoarding primer, right? I like it in the pink for the legs, right? The legs are going to be pink. Have a good one, friend. Enjoy your dinner. Put these all the way there. And then I'm going to take this entire... Oh, dude, you just got right in my way. Move that down just like that. There we go. Okay, that works for me. And now we've got these great condiments. And again, if you haven't seen this, these condiments are fantastic. It's a fantastic little pack from this creator, which I love. These are basically your ketchup, mustard, and mayo packs. Or ranch. Depends on where you are in the world. Right? But I love these. Right? So we'll take that. Let me edit. We're going to scooch 2 of them over. And you. And then they've also got this amazing napkin holder. And I do a little modification for this. I think we only need 1 here. I don't think we're going to even be able to fit 2. To be honest with you. But maybe we scooch that down a bit. Right? Tuck it in. Do a bit of an angle. Yeah. Always. Just like that. Right? And then we're going to take actually this one. Because people are extra. Right? They like to be extra. And let me grab this. I'm going to delete that. Alright, and then what I do is I take the curtain. Curtain? Yes. Curtain. Make this white. Or off-white. Alright, and then what I do is I take it and I shrink it all the way down. And put it inside of it like this. And now it looks like a napkin. Sticking out of the holder. Love it. Super fun, right? I feel like this park would have the brown napkins. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Right, the brown napkins. There you go. Napkins sticking out. Love it. Super fun. Good times for sure. Good times are had for all. So we've got that. I feel like we need some sort of a pattern here. I don't want to do the checkered pattern again. Do we do... Let me go back to that photo really quick. Da 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 da. Because the pattern, these don't get small enough. Right? This is the other one gets. Oh my god! I'm in this guy's mouth. Oh my goodness, that was gross. Right? Because the orange one, as small as it gets, is the checker that's on the board there. Right, so we could, really don't want to. Can I do that? Just to play up this pattern. No. Because it's not really the pattern, right? So do we do... very Jetsons-y kind of. Looking like 60s retro Jetsons. They got like all the ovals everywhere. Doing the yellow. And then it's, can I have, girl, I'm not tapping on you. Give me this. Tuck this in just a little bit more. Maybe it's like beans flying through the air. I don't know. It's too long. Doesn't get any shorter either. Does it? Did it just get smaller? Maybe. Homegirl was getting in my way. Maybe it's a pair of flying beans. I don't know. I don't know. We're making things up now. I got a pair of flying beans. There we go. It's just a random thing. Right? Maybe we make these black. God, it's so harsh. There we go. Right? I don't know what it is. It's a ketchup and a mustard flying away. I don't know. That's what we've got. Hello, Christy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I hope you like our retro diner. Right? Super fun. We do need lighting. I just realized we need lighting on this thing. So we're going to do these other retro lights, which I love. These. I feel like this will scream exactly what we're looking to do. And we'll do these in the yellow outer paint. The light itself needs to be reset. This needs to be yellow. Yellow. Just like that. Right? Does the yellow work? I guess the yellow works. Alright, and we'll tuck it in. I'm thinking we do... Maybe we just make them super equidistant. We do them at 2 meters. One there, and then we'll just grab them and dupe them on the other side. Dupe them. Thank y'all. So kind of like there, right? This is weird that there's no light in the center, though. But I feel like if we did that... Is it this energy? Or these, like, light up the retro diner sign? Is that, like, a thing? I mean, it should be, if it isn't. You know? Let me turn the lights off. Turn off the lights, pretty baby. Yeah, no, that's totally lit. That does what it needs. It's too bright. It's too bright. Can I... Hold on. I think it's too bright because the interior, maybe? It's a lot of lights going on. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Let's... Because they're not connected, of course. Like Shocker, right? Let's go paint. Let's dumb this down. Better. Still bright. Right, let's do the same thing for these. Let's make them all the same light color. That's with them off. It's still wicked bright. But like I feel like we can get away with like that. That works. That's fine. Retro Diner. Loves it. 10 a.m. No, give me an afternoon shot. Yeah, I think that's a look, right? That's a vibe. These would probably have stanchions. We have to be careful, though, now with these stupid things. Now, I'm thinking of Six Flags Great Adventure, and outside of their burger spot, they've got the same fences that we've got at our attractions outside of their lines for food. So we're just going to use these just to stick with like the idea of basic. Right? So we'll have one there. One there. And then we'll do 2 on the outside. One out here. That's a vibe. Retro Diner. Let me see. Is there anything else we need for the area before we say we're calling it quits for today? I think in our next episode we'll work on this little corner here just to fill this out. And maybe it's this the next live. We'll do this. We'll do this on the next live. And maybe we do all of our games units over here. And I think that's it. I think that's that part of the build. Yeah, that's a really good looking setup right there. For sure. Let's see. Excuse me, Miss Ma'am. Just standing there living her best life. My dude's got to pee. That looks nice. Oh, hey, Miss Thing. You in my way, though. Can you move? Thank you. There we go. There we are. Come around this way. I love it with that shot, hey? With the ride going in the background. I don't think I can go back any further. Oh, am I in the bathroom? I was totally in the bathroom. Like, that's a mood. Totally a mood, for sure. Love that. Just like that. Hold on. Let's get one of those kids going down the racer. Nope, missed it. Nope, missed it. Come on. There we go. Look at y'all having the blast, walking through the park, living your best life while I'm sitting here in the cold in the Northeast. Feeling like I got me a cold. Yeah, buddy. I love that. Look at that. That's just such a vibe. We definitely have got to give the decor a little bit more decor here on the right side. We'll do that in the next live. I'm keen on that. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this today. This is super fun. We got a lot done, huh? This whole area is now complete. In the next live, we will build out this little moment and this little moment, which will be fun. And then that'll be the end of this episode, or this next episode that we're building out. And then we'll head back over to the theme park here, where I think we've got to work on the entrance area for sure. That's a big step we've got to work on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Thanks so much. And until the next one, keep on building. Catch you later.